It's me, my accent is not fluent. Please listen carefully. Don't mistake by my accents. So let me introduce myself to you. I am a Vietnamese refugee boat people. I escaped Vietnam by a boat float on the ocean. Took me like 30 days without food, without clothing, very much hungry, almost died by starving. And luckily, I arrived to Hong Kong in 1981 and stayed in refugee camp for 4 years to wait for the U.S. immigration processing my resettlement case. Anyway, after that, I was lucky. The U.S. accepted me for the U.S. resettlement, so I have a new life in the U.S. and freedom. But I never forget my story when I grew up in Vietnam War. Vietnam War is so horrible, terrible, killing people, killing old women, old men, pregnancy women, baby. The communists always attacking, killing people after midnight. Like suddenly they attack to the door, break the door, come in and kidnap people, tie the people, tie hand in the back, one by one, and then the bush open people, 30, 20, 50, whatever, they tie all together, so many people cannot move because opens together, and then did a big hole, big hole, almost half this room, and push people there. Bury the dirt. Someone still alive, moving, but you the shovel or the axe, whatever the unit to dig the hole, knock on the skull, break the hole, break the head, break the skull, die. I lost about 200 relatives killed by communists in that horrible situation. The communists came over to my town in 1968 during the New Year Eve. Before the New Year Eve, the communist liar. They made some negotiation with the South Vietnam. They told the government of Vietnam, we are the same race, we are the Vietnam people, we are the same blood, so we have to respect the New Year for ancestors, for people. Let the both communist or South Vietnam Republican Party soldier go home to enjoy the New Year with the family, with the wife, children, father, mother, whoever. They convinced South Vietnam like that, and South Vietnam was accepted. Okay, yeah, let the army, let the soldier came home for New Year with the family. So the communists take that chance. The South Vietnam army go home and no one there on to security, and the communists attack to the town, killing people. Thousands of officers from South Vietnam have been killed, cut the head, chop the head, whatever they kill, horrible, and let the body broken in pieces. Cut head, take eyes, cut ears, take arms, leg, hung the officer on the tree. And innocent people, they tie up the hand in the back and put people to bury by dirt. Horrible. They kept my town, the communists invaded and captured my town named Huế for a month. And they keep killing people like that. So after a month, the U.S. Air Force, South Vietnam Army, U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, all together, fight the communists, kick them out, put them back where they were, and keep the city for safe security. After 3 months, when it happened, I was a kid, like 10 years old. I worked with a lot of my relatives who still alive, who family lost the one dead by communists. So we go around every city to city to find the grave where they bury the people. That was easy to find because when they bury the people underneath, people were meat rotten, greasy, the new dirt still there, and the rust grow fast and green healthy. So we found that right there, did it. We cannot use the hoe or the shovel to do it because we will hit to dead people. I used my hand slowly, did the soil, did the sand. When we found somebody on the top, we keep digging. The dirt really greasy, oily, smell really bad, all rotten. When I found my relative, everybody identified, remember who died, who wear what color of shirt, what color of clothing, what color the dead one to wear before they died. We identify that to bring home. But when I bring the dead in my hand, the meat dropped up on the bottom lip, so I can write a lot. So bring home. In my city, the communists buried live people, about 6,000 people in Northern. So I lost about 200 relatives. They buried everywhere, city to city, here, there, somewhere. But some families still missing the family. Keep going, keep looking, keep digging, until they found the loved one. That's horrible. That happened in 1968. Then I was only 10 years old. And after that, in 1972, the U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, U.S. Marine, U.S. soldier had there about almost half million American men to protest South Vietnam, to stop the communists from China, from Russia. Because at that time, the Russia and China worked together, they were so strong. And the U.S. bring more troops to protest South Vietnam. Don't let them invade it. And U.S. soldiers lost like 58,000 722 American men in Vietnam. I protect me, protect other people from South Vietnam. So I always keep thank you for American who died in Vietnam to protect the South Vietnam people. And I love Republican Party. I thank for U.S. Republican Party who let me to come to U.S. for resettlement to have a new life. I always thank you very much for American men. American people open arms to help other people, any country, but only communists don't help and kill. We are human. The communists, they are evil. They are cold blood. And not in person. I still have more story. And in 1972, when the U.S. went home, before U.S. went home, have a peace agreement with the communists. So the communists accept let's stay the border. The country, Vietnam country, divided by half, 2 by 2, south, north, like Korea right now. The north is communist, the south is Republican. More freedom. But after the U.S. went home, the communists break the agreement, and they attacked to Vietnam again, to South Vietnam again. And then use the missile, the bomb, the heavy, big bomb, big missile, and send into people. So kill a lot of people. Some people hit the missile, the body blow up. Bees, 1,000 bees, 100 bees. Some bees up on the trees, stuck on the tree line. The head roll on the side of the street, the leg thrown to the farm. The body broken in 100 pieces, the blood everywhere, north, south, everywhere. So horrible. But I saw in my eyes when the communist came, I ran away. But on the road, I saw that. So my tear ran out. But I had no chance to steal because only small road, no room. So a lot of people run, walk. Step on the deck, to step on and go. Had no choice. And on the road for 10 days, I was so hungry, no food, no water. Sometimes the rain came down, some water stay on the sand. Whoever get there first to scoop by the head. Nothing else, only empty hand going. Escape the communist. We cannot carry anything heavy. Scoop water by hand, put to the mouth, and on the road hungry. Pick the tree, the bushes leaf, eat. It's okay, we'll go. It's not okay, for a while. So horrible. That was 1972. Also That was in 1972. Because no more U.S. troops in there, no U.S. Army in there. South Vietnam without strong weapon, without helicopter, without Navy ship. So the army very small weapon. Don't have enough power, don't have enough weapon to fight against the communists. Communists have support more weapon from Russia, from China, so that the North Vietnam communists more stronger. South Vietnam weak, and they're not surrender, but the North Vietnam communists attacking the South Vietnam communists, South Vietnam people to moving away, and then to the end and done. And surrender to the end. No more road to run, no more road to walk. So, and by the communists took over South Vietnam in 1975, April 30, 1975. They arrested my father on the road, take my father to re-education camp. They lied, they said to go there only a couple of days and then they will release my father home. But don't, they kept it for 7 years. My father stayed 7 years in the prison. My house, my property, my land, my shirt, my shoe, my food, they stole them all. Me and my sibling, my mother had nothing to eat, empty hand. Even don't have clothing to change, only one pair. And we don't have food to eat. Like everyone here, like we eat. Every time the meal we eat, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, one hamburger, one box of potato, one Coke, that for one meal, right? But after the communist came over, they took off. So that meal, that hamburger, we share with them. How can we live? Not enough food to eat. I always go to my relative to beg for food. Someone give me someone does. Because everyone hungry. The communist took them all, so they don't have enough food to share with me. So I was so starving, hungry, skinny. By that time, people can tell my rib. Skinny. Like 35 pounds. Just sleep. And I don't have enough food to eat. Walk along the street, pick the wheat, pull the wheat, go back and pull the wheat and try to eat instead of hamburger for a couple of years. And also, when my father was in the prison, the communists in the village, in the city, they always punish my mom. They just call my mom to the police station and they want to do sexual harassment to my mom. Horrible. Make me so suffer, so angry. My mom cried. And I talked to her. I said, told me, I am the first son, oldest son in the family. I take care of my sibling. So I was angry. Also, the day by day, year by year, I wrote little. They kept me my acre of land to do farmer, to plant rice, to plant peanut, potato, to plant whatever, any food. And I took them on, they looked at me, they work for them for nothing, work for them without food. So anyone must work hard, work crazy, work like cow, work like machine, work like tractor, to bring food for communists. One person must feed 10 or more communists. And the more I grew up, to the 18 years old, they brought me into communist service, military service. I refused. I grew up, when I grew up with the American men in Vietnam, with the Soviet, not Republican, the communist and evil, I know in my mind, so I refuse to join the military with the communists. So I leave my town to hide. I hide in the bush, I hide in the farm, I hide in the forest. If I don't hide, they will take me to the military camp and push me to kill people. So I don't like that. I hide for the military communist service almost a year, and I have a chance to escape out. In 1980, when I was 17, and I hang around with some friends some of my friends who are older than me get married, or some occasional I hang around with them. I came home late, like after 10 o'clock, because I'm always curfew. The communists always not allow people work out after midnight, after 10 o'clock in the night. So they arrest me one time they arrest me by bus. They tie me, they use a rope, tie my hand and put the rope on the ceiling and pull me up. I stand up the chair and I kick up the chair and my hand stuck on the rope, and I spin around and shit police cops, they around me and they use the gun, pick me up from my neck to my toe, my hand, my finger, they use the bottom of the gun, the bottom part is big, bang, bang, this side bang, that side bang, bang, all over. So I spin my like that one. Also, they use the front gun, the head of the gun, stuck into my chest, right here, and the other one in my back. They stuck the point of the gun in my bottom, right on my end, right on the end of the bomb. I was faint. They beat me like that for 3 days. No food, no water, just hung there and beat for me to death. But Jesus had me. Give me a miracle power. I don't dead. I was faint because hungry, thirsty, and some painful. I was faint. They thought I was dead, and they put me down and put the hand, they hold the hand, put the pen in my hand and sign, put me to sign and accept the guilty. And I was so faint, and they throw me into the pit case. They fit 1,000 pit for them to make meat, and they throw me in there. The fertilizer stuck my head, all over my body, and I just lay silently, quietly, stay there. If I say something, they will beat me again to death. And they talk. I was mad, and I find my grandma came over there to take me home to bury. Take me home to bury. They talk like that, to bury. But when when my grandma took me home, I was still alive. And she was so smart, she said me to, she bought the coffin, but she didn't put me into the coffin. So she carried the coffin to bury. That the cops think I was dead and I was in the coffin. So they stopped investigating me, they stopped arresting me. And I hide somewhere else, out of city to city, for begging the food to eat. And then my aunt had me to go on the boat, get me to the boat to escape out of country. When I was on the boat to leave the city, the communists shoot, use the machine gun, boom, 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 boom. They follow, but lucky on the boat we go, have a lot of net, so throw the net, and the communist boat stuck something on the machine and they stopped running, and my boat run away to direction to Hong Kong. But on the boat for 4 days, go smooth. But then big storm came and blow my boat almost back to where I live. But I'm still lucky. Then the wind, the waves stop even again and go again. If you go back late, communist will kill. So better go back, go. After 4 days, no more food. Little bit food on the first few days. People share, everyone share, and then no more food, and keep going, just keep going. Go away from the communists, even we died, even unlucky, we died in the ocean. Just keep the body to the shack, better than keep body to the communists. Just go. My boat floating, moving on the ocean for 30 days. I met 7 typhoons. 4 days, 5 days, hit 1 typhoon, and the typhoon blow back crazy. But on the deep ocean, the storm go very fast. After 30 minutes or 40 minutes, it pass over, and in the back, the water flood again. And when I arrived to Hong Kong, I was on the ocean like 30 days. The sun, the rain, no shower, no water, My face looked horrible, all burned, skin leaf. It's a bone, skin glow, a shirt glow. My face, my body, a lot of itchy. My face dark, look like monkey. I came to Hong Kong refugee camp. The doctor examination, diagnosed to find the sick, and I get medicine, I keep shampoo, keep a shower. When after shower, I look in the mirror. Oh, who is this? Help! Wow, Jesus! I cannot identify myself. Very different. And I stayed in Hong Kong for 4 years to wait for U.S. immigration processing my resettlement case. My father was a soldier with the U.S., but when U.S. immigration finally accepted me to U.S., but really hard, very hard to interview. They asked some document. When the communists came over, they arrested my father on the street. So I don't have any paper document with me. So I said I don't have document. But U.S. immigration not believe. Always interview me. A few months they interviewed me one time, and after that I said I swear to God, my father was a soldier of South Vietnam with the U.S. My father serial military serial number. My father can join the military that day, that year. So I remember, I know. They interviewed me many times, so to see if I say something different, they don't accept. But I only remember what I remember in here. I tell them, don't change. So then finally, you are accepted. Go to U.S. So finally, then I have a few more words. So I really hate the communists. Any country, any people stay with the communists, real suffer, painful, very painful, and deadly. No money, poor, no freedom, no future. So I urge, we are American now. Please stand up strongly to fight against the communists. Don't let communists to invade our country. Like China, like Russia, they are powerful, evil. If they came here, they will take your house, take your wife, take you to the jail, take your wife to do housing for their family, take the children to do hard work to feed them. So don't let them come here. We are American. Strongly fight with the enemy. Say no to communists. Say no to Vladimir Putin. Say no to China government. No, they are ugly. They are evil and ugly and dirty.